Gunther not being able to use the white fist. But he's Austrian, Michael Cole. He's not German, especially not that type of German. Tomorrow belongs to me. Hey, hey! I'm John Renton with my review WWE Raw from the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas, where the Spurs play and Wemby just continues to absolutely frazzle everybody that comes into contact with him. Honestly, it is astonishing how talented that young man is. Only injuries really could stop him from progressing and being just an unstoppable beast. I don't even follow the NBA that much, and that kid is fucking amazing. The wingspan, the fact that he can hit a shot from pretty much everywhere, just like on the grassy knoll in Dallas. I don't know what I'm on about. Let's just get to the review. So this is up a little bit later than usual because there was a Regal Mystery movie that I decided to go watch, and then I saw that it was One Life with Anthony Hopkins, and knowing the subject matter, and honestly, after seeing the Zone of Interest and having just a bit enough of, Holocaust-based stuff, I was like, I'll watch One Life on streaming. I promptly left, caught up on Raw, and yeah, here you go. There's a Regal Mystery movie every single Monday of this month, and that's going to be the standard going forward. So, if it's something I want to see next week, it's PG-13. I have a feeling it will be Arthur and the King, which I may or may not watch, and then the next 2 weeks are rated R. The one on the 25th is a guaranteed horror movie. So yeah, enough about movies. Let's talk about this show. So we are on the show to WrestleMania, and things happened on this show. I will say, pretty hot crowd. I did manage to see some of SmackDown, by the way. I did have to work extra shifts Friday and Saturday, and I didn't bother to review SmackDown. And honestly, with the 40,000-minute Bloodline segment, there's a happy medium. I'm just going to say this really quick, and then I'm going to move on. There's a happy medium here, because the last time they did a Bloodline segment that went like 30 minutes, they had to cut a bunch of stuff. 40 minutes, and yes, The Rock, Roman, Star Power. They were doing stuff. And obviously, as anybody would be if you're cutting a promo. And yeah, they're building this whole thing, and the idea of Rock and Roman, tweet, Rock and Roman, tweet, is cooking, tweet. Against Seth and Cody to main event WrestleMania Night 1 would be interesting. I don't know how good it would be because Rock really can't go anymore, and that would be the best way to protect him. Still didn't need to go 40 minutes. Even with the rest of the stuff on the show that wasn't all that great, there's a happy medium to be found. You could have done 25 minutes and it would have been fine. But then again, maybe if the entrances didn't take 5 years. Long entrances on this particular show. Cody gets a thunderous pop, a big old pop in the old Southwest Championship Wrestling stomping grounds. More on them later, because there is one talent on this roster actually that was there when Southwest Championship Wrestling was happening, and it kept going. And I will be perfectly honest, Cody, he's fine soaking in the throbbing adulation, and when he has a focus, he can cut a decent promo. But he called The Rock. He called out The Rock basically for knocking the fans, calling them meth heads, and knocking Pharaoh, the goodest boy, by the way, that, quite frankly, I would love to see at WrestleMania, but they scared it with the pyro in the AEW program. And then he called The Rock a master politician. Cody Rhodes, who sounds like he is rehearsing and practicing to become a senator in about 5 years, is calling someone else a politician. Good stuff there. Really on the nose. More on the nose than Gino Hernandez. Seth, the human highlighter reel, good God, who told him that outfit was a good idea, comes down and he calls Rock Diarrhea Dwayne. And everything just came to a grinding halt. I have not seen something hit the goddamn wall this hard since Princess Diana in that French tunnel, since Dale Earnhardt Sr. at the Daytona 500. What is wrong with me? I don't bloody fucking know. No, this was not good. This was not good because it died here. It really died. Seth and Cody are going to be a SmackDown. They basically did about a 15 to 17 minute promo segment just to basically say, hey, tune into the next show. I'm going to review Raw and SmackDown through WrestleMania, and maybe even the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania, and then I'm going to figure out from there what I want to do. So yeah, over 20 minutes into the show, Michael Cole commented on the last match of Sting ring. And then Pat McAfee tried to say, yeah, it was a great match. And Cole cut him off. We can only mention a little bit of AEW. Thanks, guys. Yeah, check out my Revolution review if you really want to know what I thought. I will say again, Darby Allin is a fucking idiot. And I met Darby Allin, and he's done dumb stuff, but that glass spot was really fucking stupid, and it didn't belong in wrestling, but whatever. Go climb Mount Everest. You have fun with that. Gunther took on Dominic, and that's when he couldn't use the white hand after hitting the post. He meant the right hand, but he's the right-hand man. I'll stop these jokes one day, except I won't. Dominic just got the shit beat out of him. He did get in some offense, excuse me, but got hit with a powerbomb 1, 2, 3. Hey, at least he beat the shit out of Dominic. I mean, maybe he can go back to being Eric Watts 2.0 now. Pierce tells Damage Control, like, hey, basically that's Damage Control. What are you doing here? I gotta say, Io may be one of the most naturally beautiful women they have on their roster. I mean, nothing against the rest. Asuka looks good, Kyrie looks good, Dakota looks good. Fucking hell, Io. Nakamura wants a shot at the IC title. Nakamura, the guy that has pretty much lost 90,000% of the matches that he's had. I think I beat Nakamura, and I couldn't even, beat a goddamn rug. I couldn't even beat a rug if the rug was literally just there. I would somehow miss it. He gets us. I want to say that advertising campaign is run by a bunch of crackpots. Fuck you, fake Christian, you-know-what. I could say it. It's my favorite word. It's basically how British people say the word can't. Zoe and Shayna took on the K&K crew, Katana and Kaden. Okay, they need a new finisher. I don't know what Zoe and Shayna's finisher is, a double team finisher. K&K need a goddamn new finisher because Katana cannot hit that for shit. So Damage Control was on the commentary table. Never wanted to be a commentary table more than now. So yeah, I didn't really care for this, and neither did the crowd necessarily. A roll-up won it. And Zoe, she was thrilled to actually be back in San Antonio because she helped Joe Blanchard found Southwest Championship Wrestling. She was actually even around to help Ed McLemore and Fritz Von Erich coexist before Ed McLemore realized that a woman was helping him run things and couldn't take the stress of a woman actually knowing things. I assume, in the scenario that I made up about Ed McLemore, who I have no idea how he felt about women, probably not very progressive. And then he died and Fritz took over. And hey, maybe Zoe was in the cop car that Carrie hit. What is wrong with me? Answer what's wrong with me in the comments, please. Shayna and Zoe are staring down Damage Control. And Shayna says, well, it's about damn time. We'll see you next week. Dakota, I'll see you at home. Are they still dating, or was that just a rumor? Was that always a rumor? Or are they... bless them, regardless of whether they're dating each other or whatever, as long as they're happy. I could have swore they were. So, Judgment Day are checking on Dominic. Maybe trying to get him a brain transplant. And Andrade, El Olio, is here, and I'm keeping my eye on you. Becky package, Nia package. Becky took on Nia. I'm really looking forward to Becky versus Rhea at WrestleMania. At least that's what I wanted to say, but based on this finish, oh boy. Nia nearly destroyed Becky and the ring and the foundation of the building, landing a leg drop off the top, or off the second row. Liv then runs down like Becky accidentally cost her the match last week and causes a DQ. If we get a 4-way at Mania, you can goddamn guarantee that I'm not really going to care because it's going to involve Nia. And I really don't want to hear Nia in words unless her obituary is being read on screen. That sounds harsh, but she proved herself to be a fucking scumbag before she got released. And then after she got released, talking about spilling tea. It might help if you spilled that tea and maybe, burned and seared something into your skin where it's like, hey, I actually can cause some, kind of burn. I don't know what I'm goddamn on about anymore. I was going to say maybe she could fuck. I totally lost that goddamn thing, didn't I? I'm tired. I've been up for about 24 hours now. So, Becky took on, Becky and Liv are talking, and Liv says she's on a revenge tour and she is going to top Becky. Stop thinking about it here. I know you're thinking about it. You stop it. Get some help. Get some help and stop looking at Liv without her pants. What is wrong with you, Kier? Poor Kier. Poor Kier. Kier being called out for just liking Liv. A little bit too much. I mean, Kier, honestly, there is something wrong with you, buddy. You gotta take it a little bit easy there. Just a little bit easy. Actually, Kier's honestly a really cool guy. He means everything respectfully. Probably could have done that off camera and it would have worked. Sorry, Kier. You know you're a great guy. Anyway, Andrade entrance, and I went off to the movie. Ricochet, by the way, wants a shot. So does JD. JD got cut off for a commercial break. Andrade made his entrance, and Pierce's announcement is Zayn versus Gable versus Here Comes Bronson versus Ricochet versus Nakamura versus JD. Gauntlet match. That means Gable's going to win. And that means they're going to try to make me care about Gable when I just hope that Gunther makes his kids cry in the front row again. So, Andrade beat Apollo Crews, and about as much time as it took me to say those names. Where has Apollo Crews been? Evidently in catering or somewhere. Well, he's been in the gym, but evidently he has been doing nothing because he got destroyed. All right, Jackie remembered who Sammy was and remembered how to say Intercontinental Championship. Good for her. Sammy wants to be champion again. Why are Ivar and Valhalla here? Why is Ivar talking? Genuinely, why is Ivar talking? So, graphic of Paul Butcher Vachon. If you don't quite know who he is, watch the Luna Vachon Dark Side of the Ring. So, the women are all backstage. Candice is trying to talk, and I felt like putting my head through a wall because she has no personality. Indy was trying to make the best of the situation. Natty and Tegan were being catty with each other, I assume. And then Maxine tries to say, Candice, I know you're going to pick yourself back up again. And then they're turning this thing with Maxine getting booed at a house show into a work. Because now, she says, I don't want to take advice from anybody that couldn't lace my boots. Look, I'm going to say this much about the Maxine footage. If people are being sexist, they should stop that. If they're booing and saying you suck and they're not, being super harsh, yeah, she's probably trying to learn. She got thrown out there way too soon, but if she can't take booing and you suck, you probably shouldn't be in wrestling. Sexist stuff, harsh stuff like that, they shouldn't be saying it, and those fans should be banned. So, Priest and Balor took on Imperium. It was an athletic match that involved two teams that I wanted to care for, but I haven't cared about the tag division for a while. Kaiser tweaked his knee, hitting the apron wrong. And then a chokeslam pinned Vinci. It was alright. Cole then talks about Heyman. He's first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2024. Well deserved. Walt Disney is not very happy. If you get it, you get it. Jackie, then talk. I can't wait to hear what the wise man says. He was wearing a denim outfit that seemed to be losing fabric over time. I noticed that. And Drew is talking about what he's going to do tonight and later. And then Rhea and Io stare each other down. I never wanted to be in the middle of something more than now. Valhalla gave Cole her antlers. The crowd cheered it. I want every fan in that arena arrested for impersonating wrestling fans. I kid if you were there and had fun. Great. Zayn beat Ivar. Why? Why on earth? Why? Why was this a thing? Why is Valhalla on screen? Here comes Bronson, splashes Sammy. Then Kathy interviews Gunther about the gauntlet. And then Gable says, I'm going to get revenge or redemption or revention. Revulsion is what I felt, with the Alpha Academy stuff. I like Gable. Gable's a good talent. Present him seriously, and maybe I'll fucking care. But Gable's like, he wants revention. I'm just going to go with that. Jay looks like an idiot with those sunglasses. Trust me, I know something about looking like an idiot with sunglasses. He's over with the fans. To be fair, I mean, besides the Spurs, what else does San Antonio have to cheer? So, Xavier, Miz, DIY, and Truth are playing WWE 2K24. And Drew took on Jay in a match where they did shit. Solo showed up. Cody ran down and they fought off. And then 3 kicks, a spear. Jim Uso is here, and Claymore, 1, 2, 3. And here's Seth. He ignores, Drew. Poor Drew. I like Drew, but I just totally blanked right there. And he kicks Jim Uso, kicks a chair into his face, and then a Claymore to Seth. And yeah, that's what happened. There you go. It was fine. Hot crowd. Yeah, next 3 weeks at least. Possible delayed Raw reviews. I apologize. And then the Raw after Mania. Might be time for a break after that. Agree, disagree, what I said? Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rentland. I'll see you soon.